everyone, I'm Carly Krouse of the Indiana Gazette, and this week we're at Memorial Field in Homer City, where the Wildcats will take on the Salzburg Trojans on Friday night. This week's marquee matchup will take place here, featuring two of the area's most exciting players, and both are surrounded by playmakers. Josh Gibbons and the Trojans roll into Homer City with 4 wins and are hot on the District 6 playoff trail and looking for their first winning season in 23 years. Gibbons has racked up area highs of 259 total yards per game, 1,227 passing yards, and 12 passing touchdowns. Cade Gergerick and Nathan Slapinski have combined for 38 receptions for 956 yards and 5 touchdowns apiece, and they are averaging 25 yards per catch. Gino and Angelo Bartolini have rushed for just shy of 500 yards and 7 touchdowns. Ben Schmidt and the Wildcats have won 5 straight since their season-opening loss. Schmidt has emerged as an all-purpose threat, averaging 251 total yards per game, and he's been a part of 20 of his team's 21 touchdowns this season. Kobe Dockery leads the area in receptions with 26 for 461 yards. One thing the Wildcats haven't found yet is that back to complement Schmidt. Ligonier Valley faces what will likely be its last big test of the regular season when Marion Center visits. Kiri Miller and the unbeaten Rams have been untouchable. Miller leads the area in rushing with 925 yards and scoring with 21 touchdowns, all in 5 games, and he's averaging 13 yards per carry. Sam Sheeter has passed for nearly 900 yards and 10 touchdowns against only 1 interception. The Rams have allowed only 4 touchdowns, and all but 1 came in the fourth quarter. Marion Center is 5-1 with a lone loss to Homer Center. The Stingers have found some offensive balance since sophomore Ty Ryan has stepped in at quarterback. He's 26 for 38 for 300 yards with 4 touchdowns and no interceptions. Former starter Gavin Palco has become a key target in the passing game, and Garrett Wells ranks second in the area in rushing with 792 yards and scoring with 17 touchdowns. Purchase Line is coming off a loss to Ligonier Valley and is looking to get back on track against rival Penns Manor. Josh Seister and Cullen Goncher have formed a top 1-2 running back punch in the area, combining for 1,108 rushing yards and 13 touchdowns. Penns Manor's Dimitri Lieb has rushed for 395 yards, but is still looking for his first rushing touchdown. The Comets have dropped 2 straight and allowed 82 points in those 2 outings. 2 struggling offensive teams will clash when Northern Cambria visits Blairsville. Northern Cambria is 2-4 and has lost 3 straight since starting quarterback Mike Hoover went down with an injury, and the Colts scored only once in each of those games. Blairsville has 1 win and has lost 5 straight and is averaging only 193 yards per game. The West Shamokin Wolves need to get on a late-season roll if they want to return to the playoffs. They broke out last week for a season-high 48 points and a romp over Penns Manor, and this week they get a shot at an undermanned and winless United team. West Shamokin is allowing an unusually high 378 yards per game, and United is gaining only 162 per game. United's Hunter Cameron, last season's leading rusher, was forced to move to quarterback and is coming off the best game of the season when he rushed for 147 yards against Salzburg last week. Indiana has 1 win and missed a chance at a second last week, taking the lead against Trinity in the third quarter and then giving it right back. The Indians, who have committed an area-high 20 turnovers, play at McKeesport on Saturday afternoon. McKeesport senior quarterback Davari Robinson has rushed for a team-high 678 yards and scored 17 touchdowns in the Tigers' triple option offense, while running back Tyron Adams-Wagner has chipped in 408 rushing yards. The Tigers average 33.7 points per game and have won 2 straight after a 2-2 start. The Apollo Ridge Vikings are anxious to get back on the field after missing last week due to a forfeit by Shadyside Academy. Apollo Ridge is looking for a strong finish in the WPIAL playoff hunt, beginning with a trip to 1-5 Valley. Logan Harmon has rushed for 620 yards in 5 games, and quarterback Jake Fellow has fueled a potent passing game. Valley is averaging less than 10 points per game. And that's it for this week. Check out the game-by-game preview in print Thursday, and read all the game stories Saturday at indianagazette.com and in print in the Indiana Gazette.